Thank you so much for this comment. If you want to follow it back, we're discussing stack being stuck. And one of the things that is also worth mentioning that is obvious, but it also operates on multiple levels, is that Stack is also stuck with Mary for eternity. And that is foreshadowed at the train station in the dialogue where, they're having their little back and forth, and as she's walking away, Stack says something to the effect of, I'll save a bed next to you in hell or whatever. So full circle, right? But thank you to this commenter for mentioning the train station specifically as a liminal space. The fact that this conversation is happening at the train station, which is quite literally a place that moves people and things from point A to point B, it's so much happens at the train station that I think we take for granted that moves the plot forward. Not only do we get that conversation, but we're introduced to Mary, we're introduced to Jamie Lawson's character, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, we're introduced to Delta Slim, okay? Sammy is introduced to Delta Slim, and the entire setup for the juke joint happens at the train station. And in a lot of mythologies, both cultural and pop cultural, trains are synonymous with boats in terms of carrying people or ferrying people through the underworld. For example, in Greek mythology, the river Styx, that's a ferry, but in something like The Crow, the comic book, the underworld is a train station. If you've seen Eternity with Elizabeth Olsen and Callum Turner and Miles Teller, they arrive to the afterlife via train. If you've seen Westworld, you know that they take a train from the real world into the simulation. We can go on and on. How do you get to Disney World? Via the monorail or a ferry. Anyways, thank you for this comment. I could talk about this shit for hours, so I'm gonna stop here. Love you guys.